I can't believe our first hit MIT. MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
I knew it!
Spider-Man Brand New Day is in theaters this weekend. It's Tom Holland's fourth solo Spider-Man film and a dark new chapter for the friendly neighborhood superhero. But are fans willing to accept a more mature Spider-Man? For that, we want to bring in the CBC's Eli Glasner. He has his review of this. Okay, so you are the encyclopedia of comic book knowledge. Yes. I go to you for all of this. Tell me a little bit more about whether or not this is sort of a good movie. Are you a Spidey fan or as a superhero here?
Am I a Spidey fan? Probably a bit of a Spidey fan, yes. But, I mean, I love the way you set that up because, like, the question here is, can a Spider-Man be a Spider-Man? Are we willing to allow Spider-Man to evolve, to perhaps mature? You asked me how I feel. Spider-Man is one of the best. Like, since the 1960s, like, even underneath the powers and the costume, he's relatable. He is us. He's a regular, everyday kid from Queens, just dealing with his life and occasionally saving the world. But this is a spider trapped in a web. It's a hero at a crossroads because if you look at the meta movie universe, like, Marvel movies aren't the same as they used to be. Doomsday came out, most people just kind of shrugged. And then Tom Holland, he's 30 now. So is that spider costume starting to chafe? How long does he want to keep swinging? And then in the movie itself, we meet Spider-Man. This is after the events of the last film. And now his spider powers are acting up, creating all sorts of chaos. Take a look.
What is happening to me?
Did you miss me, Spidey?
I'm losing my mind. I am totally out of control. I gotta fix whatever this is right now.
So there's Spider-Man fighting Scorpion, throwing him at a cop car, so he's kind of losing control. And on top of that, part of that kind of darker place, if you saw the last film, at the end of the last film, Doctor Strange cast a magic spell to make the world forget that Spider-Man is actually Peter Parker, but that means his best friend and MJ, the woman he loves, they don't know him at all. Take a look.
Oh, see, you stumbled across my board. I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's a little weird. I'm MJ.
You two don't know each other?
All right, so how's he gonna cope? He's a workaholic. He goes into Batman mode. He's chasing criminals. He's got his secret fortress. He's kind of overdoing it, but one reason is there's a new villain, this mysterious mind controller that's creating even more chaos. Take a look.
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see. You're the only one who's immune to it. You're the only one who can sense it.
Now, talk about can't see. They always cut these trailers like a Cuisinart. But in that trailer, there was this cloaked figure. If you pulled back the cloak, that's actually the actor Sadie Sink. She was Max in Stranger Things. And so she is playing this character that's very important, but I won't spoil. And already the internets are going wild.
Okay, so we've been talking that there have been so many Spider-Man films. We talked about how I'm stuck in the Tobey Maguire phase,
okay.
But that's okay. How does this set itself apart?
This is what I love. So Holland, like, he wanted to make the world's greatest Spider-Man, and he took some convincing. And one of the things that he did, he actually went onto the internet, into like the fan chats to see what did people want. What was missing from the Spider-Man movies? And he took their input. That's why you see the action, you see the diving, you see these point of view shots. He was even borrowing moves from the video games, like trying to kind of bring us this more active, more kind of visceral Spider-Man that some people thought was missing. So the action stuff, amazing stuff. Tank chase, there's a bit with the Hulk. That's great. I also want to show you something really interesting they did with the comic books. There are moments in this movie where they are literally recreating poses from famous comic book covers. In the movie, it goes by like that, but it's very cool to see how they're actually quoting this stuff that inspired and informed the character. Now that is all fun and wonderful, and I'm thinking of like the original Spider-Man Homecoming, which had this lightness to it, this levity. Hey, Spider-Man, do a flip. This is not that movie. I mean, look at his eyes. This is a darker, moodier film. Although I will say the appearance of the Punisher, he's a bad guy, he's a good guy, but he's a vigilante that doesn't hold back, played by John Bernthal. He adds a little bit of kind of comic lightness and gives him a good Spider-Man, a good character to kind of bounce off.
You know, it's interesting because you mentioned that lightness, and of course, you know, the humor is often a hallmark of many of these films. This one sounds like there's some bright spots, but it is, as you mentioned, a whole lot darker. You know, and maybe you have to be a fan to get those sort of poses and whatnot that you see as well. So I'm wondering, what do you think? Does it all come together well?
You know, it's interesting because you talk about being a fan. I mean, the question is, are the fans going to let Spider-Man grow up? I mean, I think what they're trying to give us is a slightly more mature, more grown-up, more emotionally grounded Spider-Man. That is what Tom Holland and the director have talked about. But the problem is, like, you have this great actor, Tom Holland. I mean, no one does earnest emotion like Tom, right? And so that's the story. Like, should he get back together as friends? He's still struggling with his responsibilities. Should he let them go? And so this is not the kind of funny, jokey Spider-Man all the time that we're used to. And there is going to be that tension with the fans, but I think it is an interesting way to try and let the character grow. But the movie won't let it, because at the same time, that Sadie Sink character, they're too busy dangling this little puzzle piece. Oh, who could she be? What does that mean? Here's another Easter egg. All this other movie stuff that's going to happen in the next movie and the next movie to come. They're not letting Spider-Man just do what he does best. So let's take a look at my stars, and ultimately I would give it a 3.5 stars out of 5, deducting a little bit for that spider confusion, trying to cram too much in and affecting the more grounded tone that evidently Spider-Man is swinging for. But I do think the fans are going to eat this one up.
And I think someone who just has this in their closet right now to give
one
it a
of many.
One of many. To give it 3.5 stars is of note. Okay, thank you for this, Eli. That is the
pleasure.
CBC's Eli Glasner.